Okay, so I think for you, this is interesting. Sorry, I got a phone call. Yeah, this is interesting because here I see, and again, I am picking up Aquarius energy. Like again, I knew this has something to do. Like I picked the Aquarius deck. I'm getting Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, essentially like what's happening with you. Oh, and I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That could be happening to you. Like again, like train of thought, like struggling with communication, which I that could be an aspect here, but I'm also like getting the impression. This is just based off of the meanings of this deck alone. Like for you, you might come across as a little superficial. Like in terms of your relationships. And what I mean by that is like maybe in terms of your actions, in terms of what you do, maybe you might not be putting a lot of thought into something. Like that could be it too. Like maybe you're not putting a lot of thought or care into your current relationship, or not as much as you could be or you should be, or how much that other person may feel like you should. And I say that for a couple of reasons. Is because we have Nine of Swords reversed, followed by Queen of Swords reversed, and then also followed by Death reversed. So again, these decks, like they're a little bit different than like the RWS like meanings. Like this is like, I mean, like it does take from RWS, but they are a little bit different. I could actually show y'all the meanings like directly, because I actually do like kind of agree with them. Like okay, because if we can like go more like in general, but I think again like this deck is very it's very purposeful in how it's choosing how to describe what's happening here. It's because like Nine of Swords reverse, it's shame, suspicion, uncertainty, imprisonment. So more so like maybe like shame, uncertainty, like I'm thinking reflecting on how like you might be like communicating with people, like, or maybe the lack thereof, like maybe like you are like kind of placed in this position where you have to reflect and you're not quite sure like where to start, or like what exactly is the problem, what exactly is the issue, because also Aquarius is fixed signs. I get it. It's like you might feel like, okay, how I'm communicating doesn't feel like an issue, or doesn't necessarily feel like a problem. Like it might feel a little stagnant there, a little bit stubborn there, and that change, or like kind of acknowledging like what exactly is happening here. But I do think it's more so like perhaps you need to reflect a little bit more, and I'm gonna actually ask for a clarifying card on that. It's because like I think it has more so to do like I for some reason I think it's like think before you speak. I'm getting a huge think before you speak kind of vibe like from this. Like maybe it's like maybe you could be too direct perchance, or again too unmoving, too unchanging. Maybe how you go through conversations, how you talk to people, maybe you might be a little stagnant in terms of your beliefs or your thoughts, and then as a result like it's creating tension, which I'm seeing that actually because we have Two of Swords here, and then we have Ten of Cups. So this tells me a couple of things. So again, like Two of Swords, you're in a meditative state, like you're thinking you're to yourself, like really protecting, I want to say protecting your peace, because that's essentially what it is. Like you're protecting your peace. But at the same time you're guarded though. Like you're strapped. Like how you protect your peace is through like mental clarity, balance within the mind, but at the same time like that meditative state that you stay in, because something tells me like, and again, Aquariuses are like this, where it's like Aquariuses will oftentimes, how do I put this in a way with love? Because I do mean it with love, but it's like y'all will just be like, fuck it. And then just like, and then like kind of like, gosh, like kind of like Aang, like, you know how Aang in like Avatar the Last Airbender, like the Fire Nation done worked out like all the airbenders and shit, and then he just put like this, he put himself in this air ball for 100 years. Like that's what Two of Swords reminds me of, you know what I'm saying? Like every time I see Two of Swords, that reminds me of this. Like that's this card for me. Like y'all have a tendency to do that, but y'all see how like that, like Aang doing that was both like, it had its benefits and it had its consequences. like like I feel like, again, maybe this is like a, like you're maybe not communicating. Maybe there's a huge struggle with communication. Maybe you're like balling yourself up and hiding away for 100 years. And like, yeah, that's beneficial, is because then when you're ready to come out, you're ready to fucking go and then save the world. And like, or like you're ready to like meet and connect with people, like, or communicate and talk with people, like after that state of meditation and staying in that ball. But in terms of this connection, it's actually hindering the connection. It's hindering your connection with this other person a lot. Like, it's hindering this connection a lot. And then what's fascinating to me is also like, your person is this Queen of Rods. I'm so sorry, my like list was going crazy here, but like we also have this Queen of Rods here. So our Queen of, I'm sorry, I'm so popular today. So yeah, like our Queen of Rods reverse, like it can mean a couple of things. It can mean like, okay, there's a couple of things here. Actually, let me start with the Aquarian Tarot meaning, because again, it's a little bit different from RWS, where it's like practical and careful with money. Obliging can mean jealousy, opposition, deceit, or infidelity if the nearby cards lend towards similar meanings, which I don't think it means infidelity. I mean, it could with this Ten of Cups here. Again, I could see you possibly like guarding yourself because there could be possible infidelity happening. But actually, yeah, let me pull some clarity cards before like I'll sit here and talk or say something, though, because like it could just easily not be that. So we have, yeah, Eight of Cups reversed. So like maybe refusal to move on. The Sun. Okay, so everything in the shadows coming to light. Maybe this person, or for you, like the Sun might be significant, but I'm seeing more so like there's a refusal to move on. And it's fascinating because it's like I think it's a refusal to move on more so from you. Like I feel like there's like a, they're trying to reach you, and that's so crazy with the fire. And I made the comparison to Avatar because that's that's crazy. Like maybe it's like they, like you feel like they're not giving you enough space. Maybe you feel like they're suffocating you. Maybe like, maybe they're causing you to like withdraw and everything. Like maybe you feel like they bring out either, maybe they shine like the sun, maybe they're bringing out like qualities in you or things about yourself that you didn't know, or like didn't know that you could experience, like joy that you could experience. And at the same time, it's like suffocating. It's suffocating. So maybe you're withdrawing because also it's just like a lot. Like it's over, like I'm in the sense that it could be like overwhelming, because like that refusal to move on. Why are they refusing to move on with that 10 of cups? Like, is there like other people perchance? Okay, so we have the High Priestess reverse. High Priestess reverse. With that refuse, because I'm like why are they refusing to move on? So High Priestess, well, I'm so glad I read that instead of going based off of what I thought, because then that makes a lot more sense. Because I was like, well, I was thinking it makes sense, but that's why I'm using this goddamn deck. The sex is good. That's essentially that's what it is. The sex is good. You, oh, I see now. Oh, yeah, yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it now. Oh yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so are you seeing other people, or are they seeing other people? Or maybe it's like, I don't think either of you are seeing other people, actually. I think you don't have the emotional space to see other people, actually. I think that's it. Like, you really don't, like, like, it's not you. Nobody's seeing nobody else. Nobody, I don't know why, but, like, and you know what? Because one of the, like, you know what? And you know what? That's probably the Queen of Rods coming out too, and you're not communicating that, and I think they low-key think, because that had to come out of somewhere, like that had to come out of somewhere, where it's like, okay, like that questioning of who is someone seeing somebody, even though it's like very clear, very obvious that you're not seeing anyone and they're not seeing anyone. But for some reason, that Queen of Rods, where maybe that's where jealousy is coming in. Like, maybe they don't know that, and like they kind of think that you're seeing other people by how like shut off you became out of like nowhere. But it's really because like you don't have, like, they're overwhelming you, aren't they? Like, are they like overwhelming? Like, like, if it could be that, like, it could be like overwhelming, like how they feel towards you might be overwhelming for you. Not saying it's bad, not saying it's wrong, not saying you should run away from it, but it's like it might be overwhelming for you to the point where on Temperance reverse. So yeah, because this card fell out while I was like fumbling with the deck. So yeah, Temperance reverse. So I'm getting the vibe that it feels overwhelming. It doesn't feel like very balanced. Maybe there's a lack of, yeah, like a lack of balance. Maybe Libra and either person's chart. And for Queen of Rods reverse, this could be like a fire sign easily. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, I'm getting a sign that like might this connection of yours might be overwhelming for you, and as a result you've been like shutting off. But like, I don't know, like I feel like there's something about this connection here. Like, the sun speaks loud. And again, I get that they're feeling like some type of way behind this. They're feeling like they don't want to move on from you. But also, I get this feeling that you are not willing or ready to necessarily let them in. Why is that? Hmm. Yeah, I feel like you know that there's still work for you to do. Like, there's still some sort of, like, healing that you need to do. Definitely still some sort of healing that you need to do. Like, you know, like, I'm getting the sense that, you know, you, like, you might not even get the impression that you might like him a lot. Like, you really, yeah, like, you're not ready. Like, you're not ready. You're not, and that's okay. Like, honestly, like, I appreciate that you acknowledge that, because it's also looking like you actually acknowledge that and you actually see that and you know that about yourself, and that's okay. Like, I think that's a really healthy way to look at it and a really healthy way to perceive it, because it's like, yeah, you're totally not ready, my love. You're not ready. Like, and maybe that Queen of Cups reverse is also telling me, like, okay, like maybe, like maybe you're like realizing that, like, I'm getting the fact that you might actually be like really in tune with your emotions and like where you are and everything, but you feel like emotively like out of balance, and you feel like right now in this connection, like, this is such a, like, again, you're feeling like maybe either they feel make you feel great, or you know that they're a lovely, wonderful person, but at the same time it's like you're just not ready. Like, you're not ready for it. You're not ready for it, and that's okay. Like, that's all right. Yeah, and I think you this is right now like a time to really be reflecting, like, is it worth like continuing in this connection? Like, is it really worth continuing in this connection? Like, are you willing to continue a connection, or like, it's not even saying like never, but it's like right now it's like, is this something that you should be pursuing for yourself, like, and essentially like is this like going to make your spirit happy? Like, is this really going to fulfill you in the way that you know it could if you came back to it, perhaps at like a time you were more healed, or a time that you were more mentally prepared for the challenge? Like, I feel like you're somebody where like you have to come to a relationship, right? Like, you can't just like work on yourself while in a relationship. You have to come like a certain amount of like prepared or ready. So then when it comes to like that other person, like like because like because I could be like, what should you say to them? But I'm gonna be honest, I don't need to pull cards to that. I'll tell you what to say. Like just be honest with them, you know, like be honest with them about it. Like, I like, you don't need to pull cards about that. But like, let's say, under the assumption that you're on, and who knows, you might have been honest with them, you might have said something to them, but they're still pursuing you, because that could be it too, because fire signs, especially, like, let's say if you're like Sagittarius, are a little less likely to do this, but more so like either, well, Leos be like, I don't chase, I attract, but sometimes Leo chase. But like Aries and Leo, sometimes they'll be like really intense when it comes to like a no, but like, let's see. Oh. So let me maybe Aquarian Tarot see it differently. Maybe Aquarian Tarot see it differently. Okay, yeah, like, not as bad as it could be. That's I think that's the message I want to derive from this. Not as bad as it could be. Like like you might have said something to them and they didn't really get it. Like, you need, first of all, communicate, put your foot down, because really, shawty, you like this, but you need to be like this. You need to be like this. You need to be up. You need to be up. You need to be this. And got both queens of this castle. Both queens of this castle. Okay? Yeah, both queens of this castle. It doesn't mean you have to both be female. This is feminine energy, but like, in general, like, I'm saying, y'all both rule this house. I both queens of the castle. And I know that this one might be a lot. A good kind of a lot. But very persistent. Right? Very, very persistent. Very persistent. So my thing is, you actually have to like really fucking put your foot down. Like actually, like like be this. Don't be this. Don't be this. It's because see how she's falling out the tower. Climb up that. Climb. Bark up that tree. Bark up that tree is. All right. You need because you need to turn that frown upside down. Bark up that tree. Put your foot down. It's because it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, nah, that's just gonna combust. But like at the same time though, like it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. I'm be honest with you. It's not as bad as you think it's gonna be. Like you just need to put your foot down. You do. You do. I feel like with this person, you need to put your foot down is because not doing so, they just gonna keep pursuing you. They're just gonna keep pursuing you. And I honestly get the impression, like, low key, like, and like if this wasn't happening, like if like let's say if you had the emotional time and let's say they was just like not as persistent or like let's say circumstances were different, like to the point where it's like y'all could be together and like this would work. Because I actually think this is energy. This is strong energy here that I think actually could work. But not with how you're feeling right now and not with them continuously pursuing you when you're not in that headspace. Again, I think part of it also you need to communicate better in that headspace, but also they need to, you know, put two and two together. Oh, that's so interesting. 2 and 2. 2 queens, the 2 of swords. Yeah, put 2 and 2 together. That like I feel like that also needs to happen here. But like let's say if everything was normal and y'all this was ideal life, like what would y'all relationship like look like? Okay, 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, like I could see like y'all really going somewhere like in terms of like creating stability or like just creating something like for yourselves, like working together, some sort of collaboration as well. Like I could see you like, oh, let me use Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, employed skilled work commissions. Like I could see you guys like collaborating well with each other. Like seriously, I could see y'all like actually working together very well. But I think part of what's leading to that stagnation is because like you are distancing yourself and they are just trying to pull closer towards you. So like overall, like how is the situation? Because I'm seeing the tower, I'm thinking, all right, shit might go down, but like it's not going to be as bad as you think it might be. So like low key, like I feel like your meditative state might feel a lot better if you just get that out there. Yeah, like maybe it's just me. Like maybe it's like again what you should do. Actually, because I really don't like. Because I said I know what you should do, but let me pull a card also in terms of what you should do. Because I'm saying what you should do, but I didn't tell you what they think you should do. Seven of Rods. Interesting. Cause then here's like there's a couple ways to, and how do they interpret it? Okay, yeah, like I think we agree. Yeah, like yeah, cause when I saw this, I was like, okay, yeah, like say something. But I'm like, okay, I don't know, again, maybe that could just be me talking, but what they say is man outnumbered by adversaries, but ultimately victor. Courage and persistence create advantage in business, trade, or verbal war. So this can mean a couple of things. Either this is like them coming to you, talking to you, you letting them in. It's because I'm thinking persistence, courage, and persistence. So again, this could be a Leo, like courage and persistence, or a Leo, Aries, and not so much Sagittarius. Don't really do this nearly as much as those other two do, but I'm getting like a strong Leo vibe here, which is funny because like, you know, like on the like astrology reel, like Aquarius and Leo, like they oppose each other, like they're 6 months apart. But yeah, like I'm definitely getting like maybe let them in. No, they're a lot, but I think you need to let them in. I think you need to let them in because like you're guarding yourself from like being like either hurt or like inconvenience or like there being changes, or yeah, I'm thinking more so changes in your life, like because Aquariuses do not like change. But I feel like you are kind of like afraid of a lot of changes happening all at once. I don't want to say necessarily afraid, but you're not keen to it. You're not, that's not something that you like to do. You like stationary life. And not in a bad way where it's like you're not going anywhere if you're not doing anything with yourself, but more so of like you don't like so much chaos. And sometimes they bring chaos, and not in a bad way, but in a like, okay, like this is a lot. Or they like how not unpredictable, but how different their life may be, or how much they like how much, because I almost want to say light they shine in the world. Again, that's why I'm getting like a Leo vibe, is because they might get a lot of attention just from like existing. And like sometimes that causes like random shit or random stuff to happen, or they might always get themselves in some shit where you're like, oh my god, like can you just stop like for a second, or like something along those lines of like, okay, like maybe, oh my gosh, and I was thinking of this other song, um Pluto. I was going through my Spotify. um so interesting because the lyrics of the song is like, hate on me, hate on me, hate on me, hate on me. You might as well hate the sun for shining just a little too much. And I don't think that you hate them, but I think they kind of carry that vibe of like, okay, like they are just boom, like boom, like they're like ah, like they have that very like I don't care what you say, like I'm just gonna shine so bright energy. But sometimes it's like because of that, it can cause a lot of tension in terms of like beliefs. Like it might cause a lot of tension in terms of like how you guys like can communicate, how like maybe you're telling them one thing and they take it as you're trying to dim their light. That could be it too. And then just a constant back and forth, or like the constant misinterpretation or struggling when it comes to talking. Again, thinking before you speak. Maybe that's it. Like they're taking like maybe like that, having to think before you speak, or feeling like you need to think before you're speaking, or like you have to step like, oh, like you don't want to step on their toes, or you have to like tiptoe around them, like feeling like that is what's causing you to withdraw and be like, like I can't right now, like I can't, like I don't. And maybe it's like, okay, you don't want to feel like you have to watch everything that you say, you don't want to feel judged and whatnot. But I am getting that vibe where it's like, yeah, like you feel that sort of pressure where it caused you to withdraw. It's because like it's just too much change. They want so much change from you, perhaps, or change in terms of communication. It's just a lot and it's really overwhelming. But like because of that, like you didn't really give them closure, and that lack of closure is making it very hard for them to move on. And I think that there is either, if you want to continue this connection, like I feel like if you want to continue it, then you need to face the tower and bark up that tree. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be brave. Like I feel like you really need to be brave. So again, courage and persistence. Like courage and persistence will help you navigate through this tower moment, like this, like this confrontation, because I feel like it is going to be a confrontation. It's going to be a verbal one for sure, whether it's they come to you, because this is honestly, this is given like, because I was asking what you should do. Honestly, this could also be shit, they just might pull up on your ass. All right, like they might just pull up on you anyway. So that's seven of rods, like, but like at the same time, if you handle this situation with just communication, honesty, being very brave when you talk about it, but also like being persistent, like in terms of like, okay, like persistent in terms of, okay, let's say if they hit you back with something, because I'm also thinking persistent, like you got to be persistent in sticking behind what you need in that moment, like. And what I mean by that is like, okay, let's say if y'all talking and then like they start to misinterpolate like what you say, or like let's say the conversation shifts into a way where it's like counterproductive, like maybe sort of like coming back and sort of anchoring the discussion back, because again I'm seeing like more so like how y'all communicate is just so vastly different. So it's like I could see there being some reservations like about like communicating with each other, but I think ultimately like y'all y'all gonna have to talk about it. And it's gonna be an intense conversation, but I think what you are worried about, it is not as bad as what actually could happen between the two of you guys, because I feel like it. And also I can't stress this enough, like, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking like timing is super important here. Like I feel like, yeah, maybe this has been going on like, actually I can't really discern time, but like I can kind of give like more insight in terms of, okay, like when will you know to approach them? I honestly think you already know when to like talk to, because like I think it's, this might be because it sounds like they might pull up on you, but honestly, and I really don't think it makes much of a difference if you talk to them first or they talk to you, because it does seem like that tower is still that tower reversed. Like I think actually you being proactive and talking about it, maybe that might change the situation. Like what if you were like a little bit more proactive? Like that's something to consider. um yeah, like kind of overall outcome for you guys. I ain't reading all that. You better split them. Okay. All right. And bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. can I be honest? Like, I think you, I think you should probably just talk to them. Okay, it might not be that bad, but I think you should just talk to them, because honestly, school, religion also might be important, because we have the Hierophant, and then we also have the High Priestess, so I think that's interesting. You also have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, like I'm wondering, let me see what they say too. Yeah, I'm getting that same vibe too. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm getting that same vibe too. Okay, so accountability is super important here, because like, or maybe the opposite. Because like, because I'm thinking it's either no one's taking accountability for their actions and y'all need to take accountability for your actions, or it's the opposite. It's like, yeah, both are taking too much accountability for something that's out of both of y'all control, which I think it could be a combination of both. Like, I feel like there are some things that are out of y'all control that y'all blaming each other for, that y'all need to stop blaming each other for. And then vice versa, there are things that could have easily been controlled or rectified or course changed that wasn't. And y'all do need to take accountability for that. And it could be on either or ends or both. But I think that, like, for some reason, that duality in that meeting is coming to me, because I do think it's a combination of both for y'all. But Six of Swords, I think ultimately there is going to be a resolution between you guys. Um, Again, through that resolution, y'all gonna have to take some time from each other. There might be some space. Like, you are going to get the space that you need. And I also think, in a sense, like, they'll understand. Yeah, I think in a sense, like, they'll understand. And then, like, also, like, for the King of Rods here, um, which is in reverse, like, unyielding judgments, strict but tolerant, um, advice should be considered. Like, I think, like, especially that strict but tolerant, like, I feel like maybe, like, either you run a strict program, they run a strict program. Like, I feel like there's some compromise that might happen here. Like, y'all are gonna compromise about the situation in some way, shape, or form, where it's like, okay, maybe you need your space, but you'll still communicate with them. Vice versa, like they won't, like, they'll give you your space in the way that you need it, but like they also need it. Like, it'll be like, oh my gosh. And I was just talking with my mom about this earlier, and then like the idea of a compromise came up, where I was like, I remember saying, like, okay, a compromise should never be like you and another person having to split one meal. A compromise should be you get a meal that you like, they get a meal that they like, and then y'all split it, and then y'all each get one meal, but it comprises of both of y'all meals. So really, it's you get a meal and they get a meal. Like, everybody gets a full meal, but we also share and we collaborate amongst each other on how that meal might look like. So instead of all just getting the same thing, we get little combinations and mixtures of what we both like. And that doesn't mean like, okay, like let's say if I like chicken dim sum and my partner likes like beef dim sum. I don't like beef dim sum. I want pork dim sum. So like, but my partner also likes pork dim sum. My partner is not going to still order beef dim sum and split it with me. No, at that point you just keep the beef dim sum and I just keep the chicken dim sum and we each eat our separate plates. But like that's not like a compromise, but like that's fine. It's because like, in some situations, we might not have to share. But like if we said that we are sharing food and like, we both have to get something that we both like, then I'm not going to order something that my partner doesn't like, and my partner's not going to order something that I don't like unless we agree that that's how we feel like doing it that day. Like, but you see how communicating that is important though. Like, when it comes to a compromise, like, you can't just sit there and be like, oh yeah, like, I actually don't feel like getting pork dim sum, I really want beef dim sum today. And after y'all been compromising for a bit, you just like, switch it up on somebody, or vice versa. Like, you can't expect somebody to share with you if they're just not willing to share in that moment, or they kind of just want to do their own thing at that moment. Like, I really don't know where I'm going with this, but like, I don't know, for some reason I feel like just talking about it like that, like, and that might have made absolutely no sense, but for some reason that's coming to me. um but yeah, like, in general, I do feel like what y'all have to communicate about this, is because I really do think that y'all can come to terms with where you are in each other's life. And also, I do think there's a lot of room for improvement here. Like, I really do. Like, I see good hopes and I see like improvement here, but in that comes with communication and actually talking with each other. And bottom of the deck here, I'm sorry, I was holding it like this, but when I first saw it, like, it was bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. So again, I see stability here, like, in terms of like building the foundation of y'all relationship, like, and growing in terms of like knowing and understanding each other better, and being on a better page with each other emotionally. But in order for y'all to do that, like, y'all have to communicate. And I feel like they're in this space where they really want to talk to you. Like, they really want to talk to you, and maybe the persistence is like extreme, but like, I low-key like kind of understand them in a sense, because it's like I'm kind of getting the vibe that you haven't. And I also understand you, because I kind of feel like they've been a lot. So like, y'all are in very y'all are in very regal moments of y'all energy right now. So I think y'all are both showing the more emotive side of y'all elements right now. So like, again, like, you're more in your head, they're more like pursuing and chasing, like, in a sense. Like, and then I keep saying pursuing and chasing, but it's like, I really don't feel like it is pursuing and chasing as much as it's like they really just want to talk to you. Because like, I feel like once you give them that clarity, like, once the wind stops blowing, the fire, like, the flame will stop freaking out. I could have put that in a way better way. Maybe they're like really awkward with phrasing stuff. But I feel like the flame is flickering a lot right now. It's because the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. It's like, oh my gosh, like, it's so much. And because the wind is blowing, like the flame is actually flickering in directions that might seem unpredictable, that might seem like, oh shit, that shit's about to go out. Like it just feels very unpredictable where the flame might flow. Like, is it the left, right, up, down, on, off? Like this person might come across as a little like unpredictable at times, but at the same time, you have to talk to them, because I feel like a lot of that unpredictableness is like, it could be a manifestation of that Queen of Rods reverse, where it's like they don't know what's going on. And just like how you protect yourself in terms of like kind of going in your little bubble, like they protect themselves by action, either if it's defense, if it's offense, getting to the bottom of it. Like that's how they do it. So in the same way how you can protect yourself, like you could protect yourself like now, in a sense where it's like, yeah, you could put yourself in your bubble, but how safe does that bubble be, or how safe does that bubble feel if you're not actually talking and communicating with them? Like, it doesn't feel as safe. So now you have to actually step outside of that bubble, step, like, even if it's just for a little bit. Like, I'm not saying you can't, have your time to yourself for a bit, but I am saying that you do need to step out of that bubble momentarily and address the situation. It's because then when you go back inside that bubble, even if it's just for a moment, because I don't think it should be forever, I think it should be for a moment, um, then you'll actually feel more comfortable. It's because what needed to be done is done and is now settled. And wow, I don't know why I put it like that. What needed to be done is done and is now settled. Because I feel like that's how both of y'all feel. I feel like a sense of relief coming over me. Like, think about it. Like, you know what? I understand. Like, I get it. Like, what needed to be done is now done and settled. Like, like I think y'all both. And for you, it's not closure because you know that you're not done with them. But I don't think they feel that same way. So they're looking for closure, not in terms of like, I think they think they're looking for a closure, but actually, like, you just want to tell them that you need space right now. Like, because I don't think this is a forever thing. I think y'all be able to reconcile, and even if it's not in terms of relationship, I think it'll definitely be in terms of like a friendship or a long-term connection that you can maintain. Like, or even if it's just like, okay, y'all end things on good terms. Like, I don't think this is going to be as bad as you think it is. I know. I don't. So, yeah, I think I would love to end it there, because this is going on 48 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna edit this a little bit and then post it. So I will see you guys. Gang, 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 gang. Gnarly. Ba, 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 gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Okay.